Hello, everybody. Welcome to Real Talk Live with Arnette D. Love. Let me first just say Merry Christmas to you all. I pray that you had a wonderful time. I pray that you ate well. You're all full like I am and ready to just watch some movies and do some more talking and everything for the night. But my question for you now, Christmas is here, almost over. So what's next? What are we going to do next? I mean, we always want to make New Year's resolutions and all that stuff like that. But what are we really going to do? And that's like, for example, getting rid of negativity in your life, toxic relationships. Y'all know I'm going to always hit you where you don't want to go. I'm going to take you there. Stuff like that. Being, how can I say, over-parenting, overbearing as a parent. You got grown kids, but you can't seem to let them go. So what's next? What you going to do? What are we going to change in our lives? That's the question. So let me start. Well, speaking of being overbearing parent, I don't think I'm an overbearing parent. I'm just a parent. However, I can be a little, I guess what you call it, smothering, And so my youngest is about to graduate this year coming, and it's a little difficult, but I'm gonna have to relax a little bit. So I'm gonna work on that, giving him his space, and enjoying my space because I'm about to be an empty nester. I'm about to, be able to travel, do things that I want to do. He's about to find out that it's not all what it's cracked up to be. Being an adult all the time, having to fend for yourself. And I mean, he's not really going to have to fend for himself for another few years because he's going to go to college. And so I'll be helping him throughout his college life, his college experience, should I say. And so I'll be still there for him, but I'll still have a lot of free time for myself. So now my question is, what am I going to do? What am I going to get into? What kind of trouble I'm going to find? Good trouble, y'all. Good trouble now. So I can't wait. I'm looking forward to this new avenue in my life. I'm looking forward to being able to just do me for real. I can't wait. I'm ecstatic. I really am. And so I think that we all have to sit down and think about what's going to be our next step. What are we going to do new? We always say we're going to lose some weight. I'm definitely going to lose some weight, y'all. I have already started my journey of weight loss. Like today I had one plate instead of more than one. So I bought some activities to do in my office when I'm sitting there. I can exercise and not just be there doing nothing and letting the pounds gang up. Once I get rid of all the snacks in my office, and I mean get rid of them by giving them away to the kids and stuff like that, I won't buy any more sugary snacks. I do healthy things like some fruit. I did have a lot of green apples in my office and whatnot. And so that's what I would do once I get rid of what's in there. I drink a lot of teas and stuff, so I'm going to have to substitute the teas for maybe unsweet tea. I'm going to start with that, with basic, diet, my what I put in my body. I'll start with that to lose some weight because from what I'm told now, I don't know because I haven't done it as y'all see, but from what I'm told, if you alter your diet for more nutritious food, you'll lose a lot of weight just that alone, not going into the gym, not doing any sit-ups or crunches or stuff. Just from your diet alone, you can lose a lot of weight. So I'm going to try that. Definitely, I'm not going to do no hardcore dieting. That is not me. I'm going to eat what I want to eat, but I'm going to reduce my intakes of sugar and fats. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. And so that's one thing. So that's another thing I'm doing. I'm gonna cut back on the smothering my kids, and then I'm gonna change my diet. And then I'm going to travel a little bit more. I think I'm going to go back into real estate, actively doing real estate, selling some houses here and there. One or two listings, maybe three at the most, a month at a time. Let me put it that way, because I don't want to real estate to be overbearing for me, because I do have a lot of stuff going on. So I'll probably go back into real estate. So if you want to buy a house or you want to sell your house, let me know. I've been licensed since 2006, and I'm just going to go back into it and get my license. Well, they're already active. I've already renewed them. I just go back into doing real estate. And so I'll let y'all know when that kick off. That's going to be pretty exciting for me. And what else am I going to do? I think I might start dating. I think I start dating. Now, with this is, I might even do a show on dating. I might even have some people come up. Like they used to have that little dating game. We might even do a show with the dating game. I'm thinking that sounds good. We have a dating game show. Y'all, hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. So we line up a few gentlemen callers, and I get to choose. I get to ask them questions, and then I choose one of them. I think that'll be a good show. And you guys can help me choose them too. When y'all be watching the show, y'all can help me choose who I should go out with. I think that'd be good. And so, but anyway, I think that's what I'll start, just dating again. Because I was so stuck on raising my son, and I didn't want him to see me with different men, and what I'm saying, it was a respect thing for my child, for one, and actually staying focused on my child. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have a significant other or whatever, they can be distractors at times. I'm just going to call it like it is. We can deny it all we want to, but they can truly be distractors. And I didn't want any distractions from being my son's mother. So I wanted to give him the adequate amount of time that he needed from me. And I think I've done that. So it's time for me to have some fun, because I want to travel. I want to go to them beaches in Jamaica. I want to, what I'm saying? Y'all know what beaches I'm talking about. That's why I got to lose this weight. I want to go to them good beaches. I want to go to, I've been to the Bahamas. I wasn't really fond of the Bahamas. Maybe it was the person I went with. So maybe I need to go back to the Bahamas to give them a fair shake. So I go back to the Bahamas. I like the cruises. So I'll probably try one of those as well. Do a cruise. Maybe when they start coming back to Norfolk, I catch the ferry over there and catch the cruise ship out. I think that sounds like a winner. I might do a girls trip, but it has to be girls that I know. I don't believe in doing them trips with people I don't know. Other than a cruise, but if we're in a group, I want to know everybody in that group. I can get them there and get me locked up. And so, but traveling is definitely, I think, I wanted to go to Louisiana, but from what I'm told, that I think my cousin's going to go with me. But what I told, it's going to be a lot of people during the Mardi Gras time. And I'm real funny about crowds, but I think I can swing it for that time. I really do. I think I can swing it just for that occasion. So we're going to try that. And like I said, it's just going to be a lot of fun working, my little part-time job to get the little pocket change that I'm going to need for these trips so that I won't have no problems with them coins. And I'm just enjoying myself, living my best life after 50. Because, y'all know I just hit 50, so now everything is after 50 now. And so I just want to have a good time. At least for the next 10 years, I want to do a lot of exciting things. So my question to you is, what you going to do? Think about it. Have you thought about it? Write it down. make you a vision board, make you a goal. I mean, you don't have to go to the extreme of making a vision board. Just put your goals down and put down what you're going to do, what you want to do, what you desire to do. Then you go from that to how you're going to do it, how much you need to do it, how you're going to get the money if you don't have the money to do it. Also, whilst making sure that you're saving as well. You don't want to go broke. You go on a trip and then you come back and you have no money. You don't want to do that, but you want to make sure that you're properly prepared as well. So when you go on your trip, you can spend the way you want to spend. And like y'all, if anybody know me, I like seafood. So I want to have lots and lots of seafood. Stuff that I know that I can't try nothing too new because I don't want to get sick on the trip. But I mean crab legs, and I only really like snow crab legs. I don't really like Dungeness crab legs. I like snow crab legs. I like and shrimp. That's what I like. And I like fish. And I prefer all my food baked or broiled. But I want to try a fried crab leg, a fried snow crab leg. I just want to try it. I don't want, I don't think I want it permanently because I like my food broiled. But this is the type of stuff that you write down what you want to do when you go away. When you go to Idaho, if that's where you want to go. What do you want to do in Idaho? When you go to Vegas, what do you want to do? Like, I don't gamble, so that wouldn't be one of my things to do in Vegas, but to go to the Walk of Fame, the Hollywood Walk of Fame and stuff like that. I would want to do that. When I get to Vegas, I would want to go to the shows in Vegas to see like if I went to New York, I would want to go to the Broadway show, whatever show is playing. I find a good one. Those type of things is what I like. Because I'm a type of person, I can watch movies all day. I can go to the movie theater and stay all day, one movie to the other. And I'm telling you this as a fact because I used to do that. So the thing is, we need to plan our lives because if not, all we're going to be doing is working, eating, sleeping, working. Working, eating, sleeping, working. Of course, raising your kids in between. But working, eating, raising your kids, sleeping, working, eating, raising your kids, sleeping, working, eating. So at some point, we have to start living because we only get one life to live and we have to start living that life. So what are we going to do in our lifetime? So I know that also next year we're going to revamp this show. We're going to have more guests, more different types of conversations coming up, and our guests will actually not only tell us about what they're doing, we will also have a topic of discussion when they come on. So say like if this guest come on, they're selling something, we're going to have a topic of discussion as well. Because, of course, we all are versatile. We can do more than one thing. So they can advertise their business, but then they can also talk about the topics that we want to talk about. And I want y'all to know that my little cousin has put out a line of knives. And there's some nice knives. He's a chef, and he had put out these knives, and the name of the knives is Roman Shield. I don't have the link just yet. He's going to send me the link. But if you look up Roman Shield, I'm pretty sure you can find the knives if you're a person that loves knives, kitchen knives. It's like a big old butcher knife. It's really nice. And so he put these knives out. And I'm not exactly sure how much they cost. But we're going to all find out together. I'm going to find out, get more information. And I will be talking about his knives on the show so we can support him because if I'm not mistaken, I think 20% of his profit goes to the Autism Foundation. So that's a great cause. I think it's a great product, and I'm going to help him push it. And I'm counting on you guys to help push it as well so that we can get that donation to the Autism Foundation. And so, like, this is my question. Y'all can answer this question after you come to watch the show, the airing for today. You can put it in the comments. But my question is, if anything, what would you change about you? What would you change about you? You know, just me asking you, what is it that you don't like? What's not your preference about yourself? What would you change? I only have one thing I would change. I only have one thing. Because I like me, and I'm not, you know, I don't have to be perfect. But I would change my stomach. I would definitely change my stomach. But I don't like a lot of pain either, so I'm not getting ready to let them suck it out because I can't take that pain. And I done seen somebody have the stomach done, so the tummy tuck, and they had the little bag hanging from them and stuff like that, right? I seen all that, and she actually told me don't do it. She was like, it is painful, you know, and I can't even imagine. But her stomach was tight, though, when she got finished, now I ain't gonna lie. But I think it came back, too. I don't know what happened or how that works. So, you know, I would be very upset if I got that tummy tuck and got all sucked out. And next thing you know, I do the same thing and that tummy come back. I don't know what I'll do. And all that pain, you know. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to just start, you know, working on my stomach, doing some crunches, and see if we can get this thing down a little bit. Because once I lose that stomach, y'all ain't going to be telling me nothing. And y'all know y'all already can't tell me nothing anyway. So when I lose my stomach, oh my God, y'all going to be like, who's that girl? Who's that girl? Because that's how I'm going to be walking, like, who's that girl? You know, I'm going to still speak. I ain't going to go straight Hollywood on you. But y'all going to know the stomach gone. Y'all going to know the stomach gone because everything going to be like, why she got that tank top on? It's cold outside. Why is that why that shirt so little? It is freezing. Why won't she put on a coat? Because I done lost the stomach. I want everybody to see it, you know. But like I say, I'm going to still speak. I ain't get too deep on you. But put in the remarks, in the comments, what would you change about you? What would you change about you? It could be your attitude. It could be the way you talk to people, the way you treat people. Sometimes we have to regroup. We have to think about our behavior as well. Because, I mean, sometimes we don't act like good humans. You know, we just don't. Some of us are so arrogant and so stuck up and stick up butt and all that stuff that we don't realize how we treat other people. But we have to sit down and think, did I treat this person right? Did I treat these individuals at work right? I'm their supervisor, but am I being a good leader? It's one thing to be a supervisor. It's a totally different thing to be a leader. Because a leader can influence people to do things that they want them to do without even telling them to do it. They'll do it because they want to please you. They'll do it because they know that you would appreciate it. They know that this is what should happen. So they will, because you're a good leader, they will want to make sure that they do what's right, even when you're not standing over them or checking on them. That's what a leader is. That's what a leader is. Can influence a person to do certain things without even telling them to do it or instructing them to do it. I'm a leader. I've always been a leader, you know, and I'm bossy too, so that don't, you know, that kind of coincides. But I am a leader because one thing for certain, two things for sure, I'm not going to ask you to do anything I wouldn't do myself. That's the first thing. I may not continuously do it, but I would not ask you to do anything that I wouldn't do myself, that I'm not willing to do myself. And that's the difference, you know. You got some people that want to be dictators. That's not me. That's not me. I may have already worked that job or worked my way up to be in charge, and I say me, but I'm talking about other people because I'm not getting ready to do that. I'm not getting ready to work that hard, but I may have already done that. So I've been through it. I've been through the trenches, and so, but I'm not going to ask you to do anything that I personally wouldn't do, as you know. So, what do you need to change? Put it in the remarks. Put it in the comments. Some people need to change their attitude. Some people need to stop being so nice, so sweet. Stop being a follower. I mean, at some point in our lives, we have to stop following. I mean, if you're 60 years old and you're still following everybody, let me say everybody, you can't make a decision without wanting the approval of somebody. That is something that you need to check yourself on. At 60, and I'm just exaggerating with 60, like, I'll start at 30, 40, 50, 60. If you still got to get people's approval for your next move, you need to think about that. You know, it's time for some self-validation. What you think? It's time to learn how to validate yourself. Because if not, you're going to think every time somebody has an opinion of you, it's the truth. And a lot of times people just jealous. You got so many people jealous, and if you fall for that mess, they start telling you this, that, and the other about yourself. Your self-esteem is going to be on the floor. And I said it, flow. Your self-esteem going to be on the floor. You have to learn to self-validate at some point. Whereas your moves don't have to be approved. What you want to do doesn't have to be okayed by anybody. And it's okay if they don't like it. It's okay if they don't agree with that. That might be something that some of us need to change. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I have witnessed in the past few months, there's a lot of us that needs to go there and reevaluate ourselves. Because we're worried about what other people think of us. We're letting people influence us to do stuff that's probably not even good for us. But as long as we're doing what they tell us to do, we feel like that we have their approval. But the question is, do we really need their approval? What are they doing for you? Think about it. After you do what these people want you to do, how is it going to benefit you? Or does it just benefit them? Those are the type of questions we have to ask ourselves. I mean, I know how it feels to do what somebody else wants you to do, and then in the end, you're like, what did I gain from that? Not a thing. I didn't even want to do it that way. You see what I'm saying? So we have to think about that. Do we need everybody else's validation, or can we move on with just our own evaluation or validation, should I say? So that might be something that you need to change. You might need to change relationships. You might need to change friendships. You might need to change significant others. You know if he or she is not good for you. You know if they make you feel like garbage, trash, hurt your feelings all the time, an option. You know that. And you don't have to settle. And that's what a lot of us do. We settle because we feel like we need somebody. Come on, let's make that change in 2023. I'm not asking you to make a New Year's resolution. I'm asking you to think about what needs to be altered in your life. If a person can't build you up, a person can't lift you up, you don't need it. I'm going to tell you something. I don't care how ugly my dude is. I'm going to tell him he's handsome. Because if he my dude, if I don't build him up, who else will? You know what I'm saying? And if he's a good dude, I don't want nobody else building him up because he might lean to that way. You know, I don't have to go to jail. I don't want no case numbers. I'm going to tell you that right there, because you ain't taking my good thing. You ain't taking my good thing, my Miss Big stuff. You ain't taking them. I'm telling you right now. So, you know, validate your mate. And they should validate you. You know, not to the point where you have to have validation from that person. But definitely you want to get it from the person that you are in a relationship with. And if you're not getting that, if you're always getting torn down and talked to negatively, you might need to think about changing that out. And I don't, God forbid, if you're in a domestic violence relationship, get out of it the best way you can, but be careful, because a lot of times leaving a relationship like that is very difficult. So pay attention to the best way to get out. I wasn't in a domestic violence relationship, but I was in a relationship with somebody who was very possessive, which I believe that it possibly could have turned into a domestic violence relationship. And this was before I was really, had my relationship with Christ and everything. So I'm just going to be honest with y'all. The first time and the only time that he put his hands on me, he almost got shot. And so what happened was, I was in law enforcement, and he heard me on the phone talking to some dude, right? Yeah, I was talking to another dude, but that was my business. That was my phone. I paid the bill. And so he came up the stairs, and I was on the phone, and he pushed me in my chest, right? And I reached back because I used to carry a Glock. I reached back for my Glock, and he knew where I kept my Glock because I was on my bed. So I reached back for the Glock, and my Glock wasn't there. And what had happened is, the night before, I moved the Glock because I had a habit of reaching back for the Glock when I needed it. When I thought I heard something in the house, and I didn't want to make a mistake and hurt my own child, so that I moved the Glock to where I would have to get up out of the bed to get it. Thank God. Now, see, this is just, I'm telling y'all, let me tell you, this is God, because this is before my relationship with him. I mean, we grew up in the church and everything, but when you get older, you start making your own decisions. So this was before I actually had a true relationship with God. He saved me, because I probably would have went to prison. I reached back for the Glock because I was going to let off 2 rounds. I already knew it. 2 rounds was up in his tail, and for putting his hands on me, and the Glock wasn't there. So I had to get up and go to the compartment where I put the Glock. By the time he saw me reach back, he shot down those stairs and out the door, because he already knew what was coming. And by the time I got up and got the Glock out of the compartment, he was in his car and gone. Gone, y'all. I mean, that thing flew out of that house. You hear me? Flew out the house. And I called my cousin, because she was law enforcement too. I called my cousin. I told her what happened. And she was like, pack your couple sets of clothes and stuff. So me and my son went to her house, and we just stayed at her house for a while to keep me from, getting in trouble, because I'm already like, I'm gonna do something to him. Let me put it like that. I'm gonna do something to him because he put his hands on me. But I'm so grateful that I had moved the Glock. I'm so grateful I had moved it, because it could have been a messy situation. And it would have been my word against his, But let me see what you say. Let me see. You said, did he ever come back? Yes, he did come back. He came back. He was crying. I had never seen a dude cry before. I wasn't used to them type dudes. I was in the South, y'all. I was down in Georgia. I wasn't used to seeing them cry and whatnot. And he was crying and apologizing and all this stuff. So anyways, I did take him back, and he never put his hands on me again. I'm telling you, he never did, because I wanted to be played with for real. And I was not going to be a victim. I was not going to be a victim of domestic violence. That was just out of the question. My dad didn't teach me much growing up, but one thing he taught me was not to allow anybody to hurt me, and put their hands on me, or to beat me. And my dad did teach me how to defend myself from someone who did. And I can say that part of what my father has taught me was good for me. And I appreciate him just for that. If he was only in my life just to teach me that, I appreciate my daddy. Okay? But yeah, he did come back. And he used to play professional football. So y'all can imagine how big he was. He was huge. So it wasn't no me fighting him. It was no fighting him. He was huge, he was strong, and he was fast. I mean, he was really fast. But I'm just glad it went a different way. I called it a misunderstanding because whoever that worked with before let that go. I wasn't the one. And honestly, I can say he never did it again. He never touched me. I didn't allow him to say anything out his mouth to me. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't proper. You couldn't talk to me any kind of way. Them country girls might have been used to it, but not me. Now, we country in Virginia, but I guess down south they used to that verbal abuse stuff. I don't know. I won't have it. You don't talk to me any kind of way. Who you talking to? You had to talk to me because I was a lady. I'm a lady. No matter what I do, I'm a lady, And so he did some adjusting, and we were good to go for a little while till I got tired. But then when I got tired, and this is what I was trying to say with domestic violence, you have to exit the relationship properly, because I knew that he had a possessive spirit. I knew that he was mean too. And so when I got tired of the relationship, I couldn't just walk away, because even though he went and touched me, I didn't want him harassing anybody else I was seeing. So it was to the point where I might tell somebody, yeah, we're done, it's over. But he'll go behind me and say, we ain't finished. And I'm like, huh? So, like, the guy that was trying to talk to me be like, listen, your boys say y'all not done. And I'm like, yeah, we are. So what I had to do, honestly, I had to back up on moving forward. And I had to get him straight. And I actually was trying to help him find a girlfriend. That's how bad I wanted to get out of that relationship. So I was trying to help him find my replacement. I was like, do you like her? You think she's, might be the one? That's how I was doing, because I did not want him interfering with what I had going on next, which was nothing at that time, because I had to stop it. So, matter of fact, y'all know I told y'all I'm going to start story time, so I'm going to probably, a little bit later, I'm going to probably do a story time, and I'll finish telling the story. But you have to be very careful when you're in a relationship where a person is possessive, or you're already into a domestic violence type relationship. Be careful. Sometimes you can't just exit cold turkey, because that may cause you a problem. So exit the best way that you can. Oh, come on. You want to join? Okay. You can join. I thought he wanted to join. Let's see. Coming. I think we got somebody coming on. But so I don't want anybody getting hurt trying to get out of it. Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
All right.
Good. How's your Christmas?
It was very, very good. Tired.
I hear that. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. So yeah, I was talking about the that relationship I was in. So what you want to chime in on that?
Not really. Go ahead.
What you been up to, Mr. Johnson?
Well, it's been kind of rough.
Yeah. I'm so
Because
sorry. I'm so sorry.
you heard about that, right?
I did hear about it.
Yeah. And and then I lost a nephew in Pittsburgh the same week, and then just lost a first cousin in Alabama about a week ago.
Oh my goodness. The same week and then a week ago. For those who gonna listen to this is Mr. Leon Johnson, and his son was a victim in that Walmart shooting. And I just give his family all my prayers. And during this time, I know it's difficult, and then it just seemed like it just kept coming at you, huh?
Oh yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
But we good. We building. We getting stronger and stuff.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
what have you been active? Are you are or what you doing? So are you still going out or are you just home?
Oh my goodness. Well, I what was it? Christmas Eve. It was. We was out all day. The 23rd, the Christmas Eve.
Mhm.
Buying gifts for the family. We had a big family gathering yesterday. We did because um, some of the family members had to work, and then some of them had to, they wanted to go to church because it was Sunday.
Right.
So we did everything yesterday.
Okay, so y'all
Yeah.
did go went out went shopping. Now what you do today? Did your wife cook?
No, we just relax. We had food from yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and uh, I was trying to get some last minute gifts wrapped up, uh, but I didn't.
Okay.
But I did a lot yesterday. I mean, and we're trying to get cards. We were trying to get our Christmas cards and all that stuff out. So um,
Right. Have you
don't forget
did
that.
any painting?
No, no,
Okay.
I haven't got a chance to get to them,
Okay.
but I will. I plan on doing a lot in 2023. You know.
Yeah.
Um, but Ed is planning something on the 8th
Oh,
of
is it? What is it?
um he's he's planning something at his church uh for the victims
Yes.
of the Walmart shooting, and specifically who's my stepson, Brian
Mm.
Pendleton. We had his funeral at the Mount in
Right.
Chesapeake, but Brian had a congenital. Uh, Share, what is that? Hydrocephalus? Yeah. Yeah, congenital hydrocephalus. And that's when, the water builds up, it doesn't drain, in the head, and you have to have shunts to
Oh,
remove the
okay.
inside. Yeah. So, he had that. And my wife has it. She don't have, about 30 surgeries already.
How
And
many
then her other
surgeries?
kids have, 31.
31 surgeries. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because those shunts in the head, sometimes they malfunction and they
Okay.
have to go back in and repair and all that kind of stuff. But today they got these new things they call adjustable shunts
Uh-huh.
that would the doctors or whatever, I guess, I don't know how somehow they get a magnet or something, they open up the valves and flush and whatever. But the shunts goes from I think the back of the head and drains the water
Oh, oh,
and through the spine, and the water empties out in the stomach. But it's a long
okay.
shunt, yeah.
Oh, I'm so
But
glad. So they made it easier. Look, see, it sounds like.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But he didn't suffer with it, but he had that condition,
Okay.
and yeah. And then we lost his sister, my wife's daughter, 6 months ago in May.
No. What? She was sick?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, my
yeah,
goodness.
she
I'm sorry
was
to
good.
hear that.
Yeah. So, but we know the family, we strong and everything and believe in God and Jesus. And I mean, we celebrated that, uh, you know,
Yeah.
and we still, we did our celebration of Thanksgiving, after it happened. And
Hmm.
Ed was part of the family.
Yeah.
He was there.
He told me about the event on the 8th. It slipped my mind, but I got to put it in my calendar, on my calendar, to make sure I get there. And I get the information from him. I'll get him a call.
Yeah.
So
It's almost like what we did. with SEVA, the Southeast Art Association,
Mm-hmm.
we had music, we had artwork. I think he's going to get some artists to display their artwork. Uh, he's going to have some, you know how Ed does, he gets, different musicians and stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
think he's going to have some poets. And he wants me to, I wanted to do a painting of Brian, and but, having 2 weeks is kind of hard.
Right.
So that's why I told him I wanted to do it, and I think he kind of like you know, just got on the horse and ran with it. You know how it is.
Yes.
He just improv. He just go with it. And I'm like, man, wait a minute, slow down, slow down. We got to work out some details or something.
Oh, he
But
gonna do it. He doesn't let any grass grow under his feet.
yeah, well, you know, he is a single man now,
That's true.
so I
He be like, you gotta do this, you need to do this, you need to do. I'm like, Mr. John, I can't do all that right now.
yeah. Yeah. He's a single guy, and I told him I've been married twice, but I also got 3 retirements.
Oh,
Yeah, the Navy, the post office, and then now Social Security.
right.
And by the way,
Okay.
I just had my birthday the 23rd, so
Oh, happy belated birthday.
yeah, my wife bought me a foosball table. Well, she gave me the money for a foosball table.
For what?
So a foosball table.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me and the grandkids was playing it yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
We made a lot of noise.
Oh, I'm sure, but that game right there is, I mean, time just don't do anything for that game. That is a fun game.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I play with two of the grandkids and stuff. So, but I got to go see my other grandkids. We got between me and my wife, we got 27 grandkids.
27.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
but half of them
goodness.
out of state. You got Michigan, one in New Hampshire, Florida, and Mississippi. And then the
Oh,
others are they in Portsmouth, Chesapeake, Virginia Beach. So we got them all over. So yeah,
27.
it's been
Oh, that's
good.
a blessing. I was thought I was doing something with 4.
Yeah, but it's good though because the more the better, and they clean together. They I was surprised they get together, they talk on Facebook and everything. They're more together than I thought.
Oh,
And
that's
it makes the
good. So they
family
blended
stronger.
well.
Yeah,
That's
there's
good.
I talked to an African back in the old day. I had a friend of mine, he was African in the Navy, and he was saying that his father said that the more kids you have, it's more like a fence pole, you know,
He
the
says more
more
like a what?
a fence, a
Okay.
fence that
Uh-huh.
get a fence that's a fence pole that grows around that family and protects that family.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I can
So
see that.
yeah. And you ever seen, like if you're in school, right? You remember how they back in school, if that particular person had a lot of sisters and brothers, and you don't mess with
That's true.
them, especially if they got like 13 sisters and brothers. No, you don't want
Yeah.
to pick on that
You
individual.
think twice about that one.
Yeah, you got to fight everybody.
That's right.
Hmm. So, and I think that's what the African thing was.
Mm.
And then back in the old age, like uh, they used to have what 13 kids, 13, 20 kids, back in Alabama. So, and
Wow.
and I had this thing when I went to St. Leo, I had a paper I wrote about 1 out of 10 is going to do good. 1 out of 10 is going to make something really good for the family, but you're going to have 1 out of 10 persons not going to cooperate. You get 10 people together, one of them is not going to out,
Right.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I sure do. I
Yeah,
sure do.
yeah. And so
We,
those, yeah. And
well,
you,
Huh?
I'm listening to you talk. I say I'm listening to you talk. And you're talking to about moving on,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I forgot who said this. Some people are just meant to be temporarily in your life.
Yes, sir.
Temporary. They're temporary. They're not there permanently.
I believe
So
that too.
yeah,
I, I believe that too. Sometimes it's a lesson that needs to be taught, and then it's over.
yeah. Move on.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we're gonna when you get ready, we're gonna get you back on the show.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine that was monitoring my artwork and stuff, and she said that when the last time I was on your show, that the last time I was on your show, it did not broadcast on YouTube.
Oh, it's up there now.
Oh, is it there now?
I,
Okay, because
mm-hmm.
she was saying the others was on the other. She was watching your other shows. She said they was on YouTube, but mine did not make it.
Yeah, yours is
So
up there.
okay, well that's good then. That's
Mm-hmm.
good. But I plan on doing a lot. I really want another. I want an exhibition this year. I was supposed to have one last year, but I really want one this year. I want some new paintings. I want like maybe at least 20 new paintings that I
Oh
want to.
yeah,
Yeah.
that could be good. Let me know if we can help you with that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be very good. Hmm.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Hmm. But I didn't mean to interrupt your conversation.
No, you're fine. We're gonna end. Look, we're gonna end on that, and I'm gonna.
Okay, we went out. You went out for a second. Hold on a minute. Something happened. Okay. The sound. Wait a minute. It might be my phone. Uh-oh. Can you hear me? No, I can't hear you. Okay. You can hear me, right? But I can't hear you. Did you hit your mute button? Your mute button. Your mute button. Wait a minute. Let me see. Can I do something? Okay. Hmm. Wait a minute. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go off and come back. Okay. Uh, okay. And better. That better? Still can't get me.